fast forward to the World Series, because I always have to talk about the World Series. It's one of my favorite things to do. I'm quite familiar. I have a lot of recall because we watch the highlight film every night before dinner at our house. So it's quite fresh in my mind. But it's what you dream about. People ask me, what's it like to pitch in the World Series? It's unbelievable. I mean, I dreamt about it since I was 8 years old, and I was lucky enough to be able to pitch in the World Series, be on a team that was good enough to play in a World Series. Guys dream about that. There have been great ball players that never have had the opportunity to play in a World Series. And I wear this ring very proudly. There's a lot of championship rings that are bigger, but nothing means more than this, because this represents a year with those guys. And not all of them are with us anymore. Roberto and Danny Murtaugh and Bob Moose and Doc Ellis and Willie and so many good people that were part of this. A lot of guys keep these in a safety deposit box. I wear this sucker every day. It means a lot to me. And as I told you about, I mentioned Roberto Clemente. That World Series was his showcase. He showed everybody in the baseball world what we had been seeing for 20 years around here. He made 2 throws in that World Series that did not result in outs. And I remember them to this day. Did not result in outs. Made a 360 and threw a ball to Hebner at third base, and then went down in the corner on the warning track, and there was a ball like a hockey puck going around the boards, picked it up on the warning track, and threw a strike to Sanguillen. I mean, he was just magic to watch. And he hit that home run in the 7th game of the World Series to put us up 1-0. And then Willie Stargell scored the winning run. It was great to see Willie because they had the hit and run from first base. Now, Willie is of a substantial build at that point. So he takes off from first. Pagan hits a double. Now, Willie's got to run from first to second to third, rounds third. Osiak, the coach, does this like this, keep going. And you can see on the World Series tape, Willie looks at him like this. He said, I don't have much left. And when he got to home plate, they say it was a slide, but I think it was more of a surrender. But he scored what eventually became the winning run in a 2-1 game. And people say, boy, isn't it great you won a 2-1 game, exciting 2-1. I said, yeah, it would have been more exciting if it was 10-1. I really would have liked 10-1 a lot. But it was so great. And I made myself a promise after we won that World Series that I would tell this story, because that was Game 7, and it's nothing like Game 7, the intensity. But Game 3, we were down 2-0. I had a great game in Game 3, and I'm being interviewed after the last out down the first baseline by Tony Kubek on NBC. And I don't wear glasses, didn't wear glasses when I pitched. And during the interview, I'm looking at the commotion at Three River Stadium. Our dugouts were 10 feet above field level. And there's this guy trying to get past the security people. And they're giving him a hard time, and he's wrestling around. And finally, I look over, he jumps off the dugout onto the field. And of course, after his third step, I saw that it was my father. And, you know, we all have fathers or have had fathers. And to see the look on my dad's face when he ran out and saw his son after he pitched a World Series win, I mean, it's something that I will never, ever forget in my life. And I made myself a promise that I'd tell that story because it means the world to me. And they took a picture of me and Kubek and Dad, and they put it in Sports Illustrated. I thought he'd won a darn game. And it was just one of those wonderful moments.